crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Check your hot read.
Pick.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does, that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go.
Could be territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Check nickel. Check three. Switch. Kill.
Here we go.
Foles. And able to find Conley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20. Yard lines.
Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Foles. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Easy.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the money.
Now Foles. Got his man caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
You got 3 down.
3rd and 2, Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
98's the money. Bandit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Tried to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make our score 9-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check out. Ready. 12.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down to Marlon Mack. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Luck. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
180.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Foxtrot.
198. Watch that.
On second down, Armstead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Easy, easy.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. I got one.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
6-man.
On first down, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert. 3 down.
Off of play action. Luck eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the screen.
13.
Here's 2nd and 8. McConley's got it over the middle. 15 yards on the play. First down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Oliver. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, here we go. Watch the second. It's on one. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
98 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Great.
198.
Back to throw here. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Love. Looking deep for Hilton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st down, Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Rush in. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Check 55 to Mike. Let him know.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Good. 180.
We own them. We own them.
Down to hit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
You can't block me.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Luck on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Check. Tight.
Caught here by Conley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Chris Conley. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 41. Watch the run. They're running it.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Waiting.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Conley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lift your wings at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, 11 feet.
Blunt. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Foles. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. 13. Kill, turn up. To go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go again.
This is Armstead on the carry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Luck now to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Line 40.
Line's 50, line's 50. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now a first down throw. Luck. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And an alley to run. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Play action. It's Luck. They'll roll him out right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Check 15.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. $35 yards that time on the punt, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 89 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Foles. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense...
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Here we go. 180. Yes.
Switch it.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Foles. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running it with Armstead, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Colts take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Luck. Steps away to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Armstead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You got nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Armstead. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They're going to look to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a toss to Armstead. He's got the first down inside the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On 1st down, again, they go with Armstead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So cancel the interception. Pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st down, it's Love. Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They run it with Armstead, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll give it back to Armstead. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Third down, it's Armstead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jaguars, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on the temple, attacking like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote with the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I